today's video is going to be look number 3 using the Metal Matte palette from Kat Von D. If you're not familiar, I'll be using this palette for 5 days straight, coming up with different looks and showing you guys different things that you can accomplish with this palette. If you're new to my channel, hi, welcome, I'm Natasha. Hi, stay with me, please. Love me. I love you. Okay, thanks. I came up with this really simple look paired with some dramatic eyeliner and some lashes. Obviously in the video I mentioned different lip looks. As usual, I try to suggest to you guys different things that you can use with it if you're not comfortable wearing a lime green. Yeah, if you guys want to know how to do it, then just stay tuned and here's the tutorial. Alright, so to start off, I'm going to be taking Bone all over the lid. I'm going to go into the crease with a little bit of Suede as well as Feather. This is kind of a weird yellow shade that, like, I don't know why entirely it's in the palette, I'm not gonna lie. Excuses and reasons to use this one because it's kind of a weird shade that I feel they just kind of threw in here. The next shade that I'm going to be using is Tinsel. So those are the 4 shades that I'm going to be using today. As you've seen me do in a couple videos now, I like taking a big fluffy brush going into my all over lid shade. For me, that shade is Bone. If you're slightly deeper, it could be Suede. There's also a white in this palette that I actually haven't used yet either. And to be honest, I'm not sure why, because here's the white and here is like the Bone shade. And really, they're so similar. It's one of those things where I don't understand why both are in the palette. Like, I felt one or the other would have been just fine. So I'm just gonna take Bone and I'm gonna apply that all over my lid, from lid to brow bone basically. Next, I'm going in with a fluffy brush. I'm going to pick up a little bit of the Suede color. This is the perfect crease color for me. I just wanted a little bit of a crease color for this look. Even though the main focus is the liner and the silver, I still wanted a little bit of something there. And I decided to dip into Feather, which is that weird yellow shade, just to, one, use the color and to just kind of see what it would do. Like, it doesn't, I don't know, it's not very pigmented, that shade, and then it's kind of, in my opinion, in terms of the whole palette, sort of pointless. Again, the white and the yellow in here, I feel like could be replaced with different matte shades that would work better with the palette. It would have made more sense to me. So next I'm gonna go into Tinsel, which is this silver, and I'm gonna use a flat synthetic brush and get it wet with some Fix Plus. And then I'm going to go into that eyeshadow and make sort of a metallic-y paste. Now, when I'm applying this to the lid, the first thing I'm noticing is that it's not as pigmented as I like my silver metallics to be. That's not a bad thing, but what it does is instead of it turning into liquid silver, I have other eyeshadows in my collection that do this really, really well. It almost makes like a chunky silver eyeshadow, instead of it turning into like a liquid metal. You can see that, yes, it is silver, but it's not nearly, at least for me, as pigmented as I would have liked it to be. It also has kind of a green tone. I didn't notice this right now. I'm just taking a little bit of the dry eyeshadow and pressing it on top. I didn't notice this when I first sort of opened the palette, and really until I put it on my eyelid, that Tinsel looks like a silver, but then you actually put it on the lid, it's a silver that has kind of a green olive undertone, which now that silver makes sense in this palette because there are some greens in there and there are some blues and there are some browns. So I feel like with a brown this silver works, where typically silver and browns don't really mash and silvers and greens can look pretty Christmassy. Now that it pulls a little bit more of an olive tone, I feel like it actually works a lot better in the palette. Yeah, so basically you can see that instead of it kind of making a liquid metal texture, it actually is more of a chunky silver eyeshadow. So just keep that in mind, that even when you wet this eyeshadow, you're not gonna get that like looking like aluminum, like, or mercury kind of effect. To kind of put into perspective just how sort of green that actually is, this is Tinsel right here. This is Sugar Pill's Grand Tiara, which is a definitely like silver pigment. So you can see even here the difference is that this is definitely a little bit more of an olive color. So just if you're curious, if you're looking for like a pure silver shade, it's not Tinsel. So once that color is applied, I'm just going to take a little bit more of the Suede and just kind of blend that out. And then I'm going to go in with a dramatic line of black eyeliner. You can use whatever black eyeliner you use, gel, a liquid, whatever you prefer. I'm going in with a liquid. The one that I like to use is the one from Essence. This is like $2-3 at the drugstore, but it's like my favorite black eyeliner. Like, I'm not going to bother with like a $30 black eyeliner if I don't have to, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and do my line, try to make them even though I still, all these years later, fail at this every time. Alright, so then with that eyeliner done, next I'm going to go underneath the eye. So the color that I'm going to use here is Stone. This is kind of a grayish green kind of shade. Rest of the eye, I'm going to apply a coat of mascara as well as some false eyelashes. I'll be using Boudoir from House of Lashes, and then I'm going to come back and show you how I'm going to choose to finish up the rest of this look. Okay, so with the eyelashes, this is the finished eye look. This could be a really good party look, New Year's, Christmas party, that season is coming up, blah. My face, as usual, I have on the foundation I always use. It's that one. Contour is NYX Taupe Blush, even though it kind of got a little fucked up. Blush on my face right now is Milani's Baked Blush in Luminoso. And then for highlight, I kind of wiped it away when I last took off my eye makeup. But I actually decided to dip into this shade right here. This is Blitz, which is kind of like a light frosty shade. And I kind of looked at it and went, So it is a little peach tone, so keep that in mind, but it actually looks really pretty on my skin tone. So give it a try and see if you're able to use it. I always like to try to find things in palettes that are a double use, like using a dark eyeshadow as eyeliner, using a light shimmery shade as a highlight, that kind of thing. I feel like you get more bang for your buck when you're able to double up on stuff like that and use it for multiple things. It also helps when you're in a time crunch so that you're not pulling for a highlighter or pulling for eyeliner and that kind of thing. So anyway, so this is Glitz, just on a fluffy brush. So you can see that it is a really pretty highlight. And it does make sense because the metallic eyeshadows from Kat Von D, the one that I have in Thunderstruck, is like, what, the best-selling eyeshadow slash highlight ever. For lips, you do have a couple options. You could do a nude lip, which would look really nice. I also think that a neon bright pink would look really nice with a silver eye. However, I'm gonna go like completely off of the wall and I'm gonna do a lime green. My hair, the part that isn't like, 6 feet of roots, is actually kind of like a weird lime green color. I'm about to dye it. This just happens to be sort of like my faded out yellow color. So I kind of wanted to match my lips to my hair. Makeup Monster shade in G.I. Jane. This is a true lime green. I will say that I greatly prefer this color to Lime Crime Alien. This shade is just, in my honest opinion, trash. It doesn't stay on my lips, it crumbles, it's gross. Also, they claim that this is UV activated. It's not. I wore it in a haunted place under black light. It doesn't glow at all. Just as a heads up, guys. This is look 3 using the Metal Matte palette, getting a look using Tinsel, which was that silver in that palette. I really did want to see how it performed, and I must say that I'm not overly impressed with it just because it's not 100% what I thought it was. But that being said, it is still a really nice metallic shade. But if you're looking for something that when activated with water turns into like pure liquid metal, that's not the one for you. You really want to go with Sugar Pill's Grand Tiara is like the best one that I found, that if you really want that like super metallic silver, then that's the one to go with. It's still a nice eyeshadow regardless. I do find it a little bit more chunky than the regular the metals in this palette, so just keep that in mind as well. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this look, and stay tuned for tomorrow. Will be look number 4. I think I'm going to do something a little bit different, something with maybe some blues. There's that beautiful blue shade in there called Nebula, and I think I want to try to do something with that. So yeah, hopefully you guys are doing good. Leave me any comments down below, and until my next video, I will talk to all of you soon. Bye!